Hello and welcome. Here is another video about SMMware, software for running the day-to-day operations of senior move management companies. This video provides a brief introduction to the project management tools provided in SMMware. For a general overview of SMMware, please see our introductory video at our YouTube channel. Just visit youtube.com and search for SMMware. SMMware has long had the fundamental tools for managing your projects, clients, jobs, invoices, and scheduling. However, these are discussed in their own YouTubes. For details, please watch Clients and Jobs Manager video, the Invoice Manager video, and the Scheduling video. Here we will focus on some additional tools added since those videos were created. Okay, let's begin. We start in a job profile. At the bottom of the page is a list of tasks. When we create a new task, we put in a due date. We can add some email reminders. We can set the priority to low, medium, or high. The status, of course, will begin as not started. Eventually it can become started, finished, or waiting. For now, we will leave the completion date blank. And of course, there's a section for a description of the task. And we can assign the task to any one of our associates. Now let's look at what it's like to create a note. Notes are, of course, simpler than tasks. They do not have due dates. They're not assignable. The system keeps track of when they were created and by whom. And they can only be edited or deleted by the person who created the note or by an administrator. And now we'll look at what it's like to create a call. Setting the date of the call and the time and some reminders. Plenty of room for writing notes. A call also has a status. And you'll want to add the phone number, of course. You can set the call direction as inbound or outbound so that you know if you're calling them or if they're calling you. And calls can also be assigned in the same way that tasks can. Tasks, notes, and calls can also be created directly on a client profile. In this case, we were creating them on a job profile, but either one can be done. Another new tool is a section here called Invoices for this job. It lets you review all the invoices applicable to this job. We can also see a listing of events for this job, things that would normally appear on the calendar. In this case, we're showing them in a list form since there would not likely be enough of them to really populate a calendar. Let's go ahead and take a look at a client profile. You can see that there are tasks, notes, and calls for this client, as well as the events listing. This is a new feature called Clients Close By. It's based on zip codes, and it tells you if there's any other clients in your history that live near this client, and it can be helpful for sales calls. So you can walk in and make mention of who you've worked with in the past that live close by. Let's go ahead and take a look at the home page. There are sections on the home page for your own tasks. These are tasks which are assigned to you, which are not yet finished, regardless of whether you created them or if someone else created them and then assigned them to you. There's a section here, since I'm logged in as an upper level user, it's called All Unfinished Tasks. So this is company-wide. And for a company owner, it lets you keep track of everything that's going on, gives you a sense of where things are. And although it may be enough, technically, that a task disappears from the list of unfinished tasks, it's nice to have some positive reinforcement and to show tasks that were recently completed. So in this case, we show tasks that were created or that were marked as completed within the last 5 days. That way you can see that someone has definitely marked that task as being completed. If you are the team leader for a job and there's an invoice that is ready for approval, it would appear here. The next section is called My Teams as the Lead. So if you're team leader, this gives you an overview of all the jobs that you're leading, helps you get a sense of what needs to be done or where your attention needs to be. There's also a section for My Teams as a member. This is specifically jobs where you are not the team lead. This next section is also for company owners and maybe an administrator, and it is for contacts that refer business to you who you have not spoken to in some time. This helps you avoid losing touch with people who you don't want to find out that you haven't talked to somebody for a long time because you realize they haven't sent you any business in 6 months or a year or something. The next section is about clients who have recently completed jobs, and if they are marked as being unasked regarding acting as a reference, they will appear on this list. And then finally, there is the My Schedule section, which will have tasks specific to you. That way they are not mixed in with the tasks for all the other people in the company. I'm switching over to a different browser where I'm logged in as a different user. We assigned a task to this user from the other screen, and we can see that the task is appearing here now. The idea being that this user comes in the morning or starts their day, they log in and they can review all their tasks, their calls, and they also have the section for My Teams as Lead or My Teams as Member, and they have a My Schedule section. So this has been a brief introduction to the new tools added to SMMware. To find out more, visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com. Just search for SMMware. You can visit our website at www.smware.com, or you can call us at 240-285-4619 with questions or to arrange a demo. To be notified of new videos as they are added, subscribe to our YouTube channel. SMMware is an industry partner with NASM, the National Association of Senior Move Managers. We appreciate your time and hope to talk to you soon. Thank you.